are live.
We are super live.
Welcome, Absolute
Welcome
Katy.
in, everybody.
Welcome, chat. I like the blue theme we've got going here. Totally unintentional. From the darkest
Totally
blue
unplanned.
to
Yeah,
the
we did not
medium blue
communicate
to the
at all.
lightest blue. Although I will say that my blue shirt is special.
How is it special? I see some part of the graphic there. I want to see it.
Yes. My shirt is the best here.
Yes.
I have one of those.
Best West.
But apparently the one I ordered is for a woman.
I mean, there's no
the
reason
one that I ordered. The one that they sent.
there's no reason you
Very
can't
small.
sport that.
And had a very low neckline.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all right. That's for you to tuck your beard into it.
Yes.
Like almost like a scarf that you.
Yeah, you stuff in like this and it's all puffy, yeah.
Yeah, actually,
exactly.
I'm waiting until it's long enough that I can wrap it around and then just tuck it in.
There you go.
Anyway, welcome our guest, AbsoluteKaty.
Hello.
In case this is your first time seeing her, which, where the fuck have you been?
Exactly. Under a rock.
What's up, everyone? I see all the chats. Hi.
Oh yeah.
Don't interact with them.
Don't.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I will. You're the boss here. I will do whatever you say.
You see, Haggard, you're the boss. It's your stream.
Oh.
You're the beard. I'm just the other beard, so we can have people.
Havoc says we can only see movement.
Oh, no sound? That doesn't make sense.
No, they must be able to do. No. All right. He's saying no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yes, sound. I have
was like,
sound. Okay.
OBS is telling me the light meters are going up and down. It's like a T-Rex.
Sound is like my worst thing on streams.
All right, I'm gonna time out Havoc here for a second. Now.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a Jurassic Park joke. Chat can only see movement, so if we stand still,
gotcha.
they don't know what's wrong.
Anyway, before we get into the
hard-hitting
extremely
questions,
personal questions,
we love those.
I believe Mr. Seeky Wisdom has put together a little clip reel to introduce. Maybe some of you wonderful people aren't familiar with Katy's work. Give you a little taste of what you'd be in store for if you decide to check out her stream.
Definitely check out her stream. So let's get that rolling.
Oh, honey.
You have to go to the stream to watch it. Okay, weird. Pause. Now that... Okay, hold on. She did? Alright, let's... Yeah. Somebody had to fill in for somebody who was less than prepared. Wink, wink. This worked fine. Let's see.
Oh, she smells so good. You're such a good goose. You're such a good goose, honey. You're such a good goose. Oh, she acts so like put upon to get all of this lovin', but she actually just gets all like super goosey goose. Super goosey, honey.
He's just there. There's no, like... What am I supposed to do with this? He's too cute. Taking a siesta in his igloo? Exactly, dude. I'm crying. Katie, was the pepper hot? What do you think? What do you think is happening? It's so spicy. It's the spiciest thing I've ever had. Holy fuck. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Chip Bandits, Rescue Rangers. Chip Bandits when there's danger. No, it never fails once they're involved. Somehow whatever's wrong gets solved. Fresh Prince, not since. Watson and Mr. Holmes have two minds so fine. Look under every stone when you need some help to save the day. They're never far away. Chip and Dale, Rescue Ranger. Chip and Dale, where there's danger. No, it never fails once they're involved. Somehow whatever's wrong gets solved. Gray skies, it's trouble. Bad guys see double when they're around. Wait, no. This is the wrong sounds. Wrong. Gray skies, it's trouble. The chips are never down. Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale, when there's danger. No, it never fails. They'll take the clues and find where's what and why and who's. Sax solo. This is where Doot is singing. Doot. Oh my goodness. All the Chip and Dales. Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dales when there's danger. Chip and Dales, once they're involved, somehow they'll never run around. I don't think that was the lyric, Grunges. All right, yay! Take a bow, Grunges, take a bow. I would curtsy, but you have your hand up my ass. Thank you, Grunges. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Yep.
I think this is a hell of a way to end the stream, really.
There we go.
This is my friend.
Oh yeah, Old School J hadn't seen it yet.
This is like...
Oh.
I wonder what's going on with my friend Seek.
Max Iron. Okay, now I'm slightly scared. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Oh,
No, Havoc. No, I didn't put it in there. I forgot. Do you have the choke clip?
the
What's that?
choking clip?
Yeah, the choke redeem clip. Is that even a clip?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Choke redeem is definitely a clip.
All right. Well, we need it for Havoc, but
All right, let's.
we're gonna
I
distract
tried
I
you.
gaming
think
it
he's
last
talking
night.
about when you got pickled by Droogie
Pickled?
when you were here.
Oh, okay. Pickled?
Yeah, you drive by pickling. Or wait, I got pickled. Wait, no, you never got pickled, did you?
I don't recall this pickling, but you know, there was a lot to drink that night, so anything could have happened.
Right. I did find Doot Splat.
That's good to know.
That is Wokey Loki's favorite.
Splat.
I paid for a choke redeem last night and I didn't get it. So
Okay, so let's do it live.
I don't have anything.
All right, you're up.
I don't have anything. Are you offering?
Perfect. Oh, Loki's asking for Doot Splat or ass maggots. Ass maggots does not exist on the internet.
Oh, I remember this one. We're having too much fun.
Oh, the one where I was feeding Seek over the green screen. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna have to find that and share that later in Discord.
Yeah, I don't
That's
remember.
a good one.
I kind of remember a little bit. I think I'm like trying to chomp, right?
Yeah,
at
you're
it.
like, well, you weren't there technically.
Oh, I was there. Trust me. I felt the pickle.
You felt it. You
Mm.
felt the presence of the pickle.
The pickle tickled me.
The pickle tickle. Yeah. Well, we have my
Oh yeah, the torture
singing
pickle.
pickle.
the yodeling pickle.
Ooh.
Oh, Discord cuts it off.
Yep.
But it's probably unfortunately.
No yodeling allowed here.
Yeah, we cut the yodel.
You
We
cut
mu-
the yodel.
We muted it. Well, Discord did rather.
Oh.
That
It
pickle
cons-
used to be
It
white.
considers it.
What? Is that me or is that somebody else?
Doing.
I don't know. You know that sound when a USB device disconnects?
Oh, that's not me. It's gotta be you.
Not me.
I have Windows. I don't get that sound. I'm in Linux, baby. Now he's listening for the sound? Okay. Katie, if I may,
Yes.
can we have a show now? I know it's been a minute, but let's start with the most simple question. How did you get into streaming? Or was it a specific person that kind of motivated you to pursue that?
Well, it was definitely a specific person, but it kind of goes a little bit far back.
Hitler.
So my background is film and video. When I went to college, that's what I studied. Actually, even before I did film and video, I was already making short films and video. You guys probably saw.
Mhm.
You saw
The Mammal Hunter. Oh my god.
I was making videos kind of like that even before I started college. And so when I went into college, it was kind of like, oh, wow, I can do this stuff, but get a college degree at the same time. Okay, sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
I did really well there. It was like pre-YouTube era. So I had all these short, funny videos and they were just like, they loved them. I ended up like doing really well. Let's see, I won a college Emmy while I was in college for one of the videos. I won the department $3,000 for one of the videos that won another competition, an international competition.
Oh wow.
And they actually were considering naming one of the editing bays after me, like calling it the Katy Savage editing bay.
Because you lived there?
What's that?
Did you live there? That's why? That's where you lived?
No, just to you know, I guess it's tradition. If you donate money, they name something after you. So I won the department a bunch of money, and so they were gonna name it after me. But then I found out later that they started teaching master's classes based on one of the videos that I made.
Oh
The
wow.
one that I won the college Emmy for. It was an infomercial about the college that I went to. And they ended up using it as like a high school recruitment tool later on. And they taught master's classes based on that video to talk about postmodernism and postmodern video making. And again, this was before YouTube, so nothing was online. These were all just videos that I would like bring to people's houses, and people would be like, "Oh, let's see your videos," and then I'd play them and make people laugh. So I've had kind of a long history of being on camera, making videos, working in media, and making people laugh. Fast forward many years, and I got into retro video games.
Katie's only 22, by the way.
Yes.
What's that?
I said Katie's only 22, by the way.
Thank you for clarifying that. So I got into retro video games and started playing them just kind of on my own. And at the same time, I was making other videos for YouTube that were more, I would say, educational, based on a lot of my other interests, which are, media and propaganda. Kind of looking at the way media is structured. Because one thing that I've always been able to recognize, being so embedded and so involved in media from such a young age, is just how media messages affect people, and how certain shots and certain editing techniques are meant to evoke a response. And so I was making videos that were more geared toward education. And I had a friend who I met online on Twitter. He's a really good friend. Like many good friends that I've met online, and that's definitely a place where I can find a lot of amazing people. But anyway, so this friend, he knew that I played retro games, and he really liked the quality of my other videos. And at the time, I was kind of like losing interest in making those videos. They just seemed like more stressful than I was into, because whenever you make something that's based on sort of controversial topics, now you have to deal with a bunch of people, like a bunch of backlash, a bunch of opinions, people saying you're wrong and you're an asshole or whatever, And it just felt like I was kind of losing steam with that. I wanted to do something more fun, but I wasn't quite sure. And so my friend said, "You should try streaming on Twitch." I was like, "What's Twitch?"
That's the same thing I said the first time I heard about Twitch.
Yeah. I'm like, "What's Twitch?" And so he showed me. I watched him stream a few times, and I watched a couple other streamers, and then I was like, "Yeah, I think I could do this." I just kind of looked around at what was out there and thought, this sounds really fun. So I figured out how to set everything up, all the equipment that I needed. I had a lot of original consoles, so it's a little more complicated than if you're streaming from just Steam or Xbox or whatever. You have to have all the adapters, you have to have the capture card, and a separate camera. And I was definitely wanted to be on camera from the get-go, because that's kind of my deal. And so I figured out all the equipment that I needed, and I just kind of got started, and here I am.
So just to kind of piggyback on that question, what do you think is kind of unique or special or important about being on camera as part of the streaming process? Because you said from the get-go that's important to you. And I think a lot of people, like myself, when they start out streaming, to get their feet wet, they don't go on camera. They're just like, let me see what's out here, let me see what's going on. But you started from the get-go. Why?
Because it always seemed like I wanted to engage with people. It wasn't just about, oh, let me show off my gaming prowess, or let people watch me bumble through a game. It was always about engaging with people. Like that's sort of where I love to be, is talking with people, chatting with people, engaging, making people laugh. That's just my favorite. Um,
I mean,
and
that's
so
definitely the best part of your stream. It's all of the interaction between everybody, not just you and the audience, but the audience with one another as well.
yeah, and I love that. And when I first started streaming, that's kind of what I wanted. I was like, okay, I want to be interacting with people. I want to have this connection, but I also really want other people to get to know each other, and then so that they're talking in chat and making each other laugh. And now that I see that happening more and more, it's like I'm glad you said that because because it just kind of reminds me of that goal that I had when I first started streaming.
I think that interaction and experiencing that in your chat is actually what drove me to want to do this, because until I had watched you, I had no interest in watching other people play video games on the internet. I thought the whole idea was stupid. To be honest with you, it's like, oh, this asshole is making millions of dollars or has millions of people watching him play a video game. What? Why? Why would I watch somebody else play a video game when I could be playing it myself?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got on Twitch to support my friend, and he had raided you one night, and I was like, all right, well, I'll leave it on in the background or whatever. And and then I kept coming back to you. Like, you're the first person I followed aside from him, and then for the longest time, you were the only person I watched on Twitch. Probably for a good 3 or 4 months, and then I found other people through you, and then I eventually decided to try doing it myself. So thank you, and like the experience that you offer, I don't think I necessarily get anywhere else. I mean, there are similar types of interactions that I get in other people's chats, but it seems very unique.
The experience is very absolutely unique, almost absolute Katy unique.
Kind of savage, even.
Yeah, quite savage. But I mean, similar to Haggard Hessian here, I found you through a raid. It was actually El Jefe who raided you one time, a long time ago, and through you, I've met so many other cool people like Haggard Hessian here. So it's been a fantastic journey.
Oh, that's so cool. I love hearing that.
Yeah, actually, most of the people that I interact with on a daily basis at this point have either been through you or through Seek. So,
aw, that's awesome. Also, hello to all the new people popping into chat. I see Guardian Falco. I see Josh Vector.
Welcome on in.
And Wokey Loki saying he found Katy through a Tecate raid that crashed my stream. Yes. That's awesome.
If you guys don't know Wokey Loki, he hangs out in my chat even when I'm not here and just spams Cat Jam.
You fire up OBS and it's
what
like...
What is it? Cat spam jam?
It might just be exclamation cat spam.
Yeah.
Cat spam. Okay.
I don't even know it must have been him that set that up.
Oh, he did.
There are numerous commands in my chat, none of which I have set up. A lot of it is Donatello.
like cream pie.
Yeah.
Welcome in Thin Mints. Thin Mints is a special guest.
Oh, yes. Cool.
Thin Mints is Linda. Or Lindia. Or the child that I keep in a cage.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, awesome. Yeah, somebody followed me last night named Lindia or something.
Not the same.
No.
Okay, not the same person. Okay.
That's an uncaged Lindia.
Okay. With free will. I understand.
Right.
Oh man.
She chooses to be in the cage. All right.
Yeah. It's more comfortable, right?
Don't need to give people the wrong idea here.
Less room between.
Yeah.
And we've got True Toniz.
Welcome in True Tony.
Sporting the RDM Havoc IBM
heart.
So anybody in chat, everybody here has the ability to shout out. So if there's anybody you want to shout out, feel free.
Absolutely. So Katy.
Or if you want to shout down anyone.
Yes.
Shout down. I'm on the bottom here. on the live stream, so nobody can shout down lower than.
Oh.
The buck stops here.
Am I top left?
You're top right.
Oh, I'm top right.
Well, if you're watching the screen, you're top right.
God damn it. Seek.
I'm technically not between two beards then.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's a Discord issue. It's a Discord issue. It is a long-standing, years-long Discord issue. Several thousand people have asked for this feature to be able to adjust camera positions and to be able to statically place cameras so that if people drop and come back in, that they don't have this problem in OBS where it's like suddenly their scene doesn't work anymore because the camera arrangement has changed. Y'all get on Twitters and do what you do and yell at the Discord people. Tell them we love them, but we gotta fix this. Right?
I went on between two beards and I was not in fact between two beards. I'm gonna tell him.
Yes. Tell him that you could not be between.
This fucking
Chat over Zoom and stream Zoom meeting. Oh dang.
I don't know if Zoom has the feature up. I have. It's okay. It's a program. But I don't know that you can do arrangements like such. But I love Discord because this is where I live. So.
Yeah, Discord is great. Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and Discord have just opened my world. I've met so many amazing people through Twitter, which led me to Twitch. Met so many people through Twitch, and then got to know them better through Discord. It's like this trifecta of Friend Town and even Love Town. You know,
even Love Town.
My man I met on Twitch, and we got to know each other on Discord, and
it's a beautiful thing.
Fan.
And now you're a Florida lady.
A Florida woman, yeah. Oh my god, I have a video scheduled to post where I found an alligator in my pool.
No.
A baby alligator. Yeah, you're gonna have to check out the video.
Oh my god, it begins.
Yes.
Only you.
You're gonna need to get one of those.
It's an alligator.
But in addition to moving, because I know that was, at first it was a big to-do. And then once you had kind of this professional movers kind of come and say, we're going to do everything, do nothing, and you were able to relax. Like that kind of took the burden off of moving, other than the actual driving part.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting
Shout
to...
out Texas.
Shout out Texas. Oh, Fatburger. Whataburger. Fatburger. One of them.
Yeah, Haggard's gonna be Florida people soon.
I thought he's moving to Long Island, but that's for another story.
I don't know. Other people decide this stuff for me, so I guess we'll see.
But what I want to know, Katy, is what life challenges and changes are all kind of intermingled with streaming. Has streaming changed your life? Has your life affected your streaming? It's like, obviously they're interrelated, but let's hear a little bit about.
Well, so I used to work for a big pharmaceutical company doing social media videos. Like that was what I was doing for the last 10 years at the same company. And well, not social media videos for the whole time, but the last couple years I've been doing social media. And it's a very like high stress, high pressure environment. Everyone's expected to operate at, this level, and then, push it even farther when we really have something, some deadlines going. And so I've been operating at that level for the last 10 years. And then I decided to do streaming on top of it because, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to not feeling like, your job isn't you. And so I decided to try streaming on top of it because I didn't feel like my job was necessarily fulfilling that part of me that wanted to make people laugh. Because when you're dealing with, medical and pharmaceutical, you're dealing with very serious subjects. All the videos are very, serious and about healing and about, and it's like, it's all good stuff. It's positive.
They're not
But
the
it's
videos
not
of people walking around with smiles on their faces, talking about how they're incontinent. And like,
yeah, exactly. It's like cure your incontinence. You know, I I I just was lacking some of that like lightheartedness in my life. And as I started streaming more, I really fell in love with it and was like I could do this all the time. I would love for this to be my life, you know? And I always it was always tough because when you work for corporate, they pay you really well, which is a
Naturally.
good thing. It's a great thing, but it's also kind of it makes it really difficult to walk away from because you can't really justify saying, "Hey, I'm just going to work on the internet and make videos online and, let go of this, really great job." It's hard to justify that. And so earlier this year, because I was doing both, so I was working during the day and then I was streaming at night, and earlier this year, I think probably just due to COVID and just all of the I see you smiling. Is somebody saying something silly in chat?
No. Nothing at all.
Okay. um okay. So probably due to COVID and just kind of like general department cuts or something, they eliminated my job at
Mm.
work. And it was kind of devastating. I was like, okay, what do I do? I just moved my boyfriend from Florida to California, and he was about to start a new job, uh, and and we were about to kind of get like a rhythm going, like a real schedule together where he's working and I'm working, and I don't know, like it's important to have those like rhythms in life, right? Where it's
Yep,
like you have
absolutely.
days of the week and then you have your weekends together and stuff like that. And it definitely for the last year it was a little bit tough because of COVID, because of working at home, and because of like lockdowns. It felt like all the days were just strung together. It felt like just I, I guess I felt a little bit lost or
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like I wanted to do something more, but I didn't know how I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I lost my job, it was devastating. But very quickly, it turned into, you know, and it was Drugi's idea at first, and I was already thinking of it. I was like, all right, what do we do? I can get a job here. I can get a job somewhere else. I can just start looking for work, or
Or
or I could take this opportunity and I'll see what kind of, severance they give me, unemployment, take this opportunity where I'm out of work and I have a little bit of time to see what I can do with streaming. And so, right as I was like thinking about this, Drugi said, "Hey, my family's in Florida. We'll have a lot of support there. Cost of living will be a lot less. What do you think about moving to Florida? And I'll work and you can stream during the day."
ding.
yeah. Plus, the East
Oh,
Coast is way better anyway.
oh. So,
We're not gonna flame war on your stream here. So
what?
moving on.
So that was kind of a big moment, and it definitely has been a transition. Obviously, moving is a huge ordeal, and of course, before I moved, I wanted to get together with everyone who was in California that I knew. So that's where Doot Fest West came from. Thank you. Yes, March 13th.
Oh.
And that was amazing. We had all these great people.
2 months ago
People from,
today, in fact.
oh my God, yes! It's Doot Fest 2-month anniversary. Yes.
2 month anniversary.
So yeah, and it was like just I've been kind of a little bit on autopilot trying to make everything happen because it's like you have your hierarchy of needs, right? Obviously, a big party for Doot Fest was top priority.
Top.
Top priority. And then moving and settling in, and then of course Drugi getting his job sorted out, and I've been supporting him with that, and unpacking. So it's I sometimes get a little overwhelmed here just because there's still so much to do. Like if you could see my house, it's still like boxes piled up in different rooms, and I'm like looking forward to when everything's like set up. But I'm really, really glad that I'm able to like stream again. 'Cause this feels like my connection. This feels like my through line to the universe, to my friends, to the things that I love. And every time I stream, it reminds me of why I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pool isn't going to swim itself, so that requires a lot of time and maintenance.
Exactly. And those alligators aren't going to find themselves.
No.
Or they're going to just be able to grow big.
Oh. But what I love about you is that there's a lot of people who get into Twitch specifically for the purposes of, I want to be famous, or I want to make money, or I want followers, or whatever. But conversely, they're not engaged in a lot of other people's streams. They're just, I'm here to stream, and then I go and do my life. So it's almost like a job to them. You, on the other hand, you're just as passionate as an audience member as you are as a streamer. So I love that you're involved in other people's streams, and you like to chat, you like to watch people's videos and interact. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of the community and not just a streamer, and that's it. But what I'm leading into is there a particular streamer that you follow that you would, it's kind of like your dream collab? It's like if you could do something together that you haven't had the opportunity to do yet. Is there anybody on your short list?
I would say either Andy Social Network or Mr. Scoot. And I think the only reason, and I've actually like floated the idea to both of them, and they've both been pretty open to it.
Nice.
The thing that stops me is like knowing what to collab on. It's like, oh, they kind of said yes. Okay, now what? Now I have to come up with something. Like, and then me being like the media person, it's like I'm already thinking 9 steps ahead about like, okay, well, how will we do the cameras? How will we do the green screens? How will we, make sure that we're interacting? And I always have these sound issues where it's like, I remember when I was streaming with you, Seek, and your sound was slightly delayed, and I'm like, I want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Right.
So I'm like already troubleshooting, and we haven't even like
come up with the idea,
created anything. But yeah, both of those guys would be amazing.
That is awesome.
To stream, to do some kind of collab with.
I kind of feel like, I mean, what? Go ahead, Adrian.
No, go ahead.
I just kind of feel like, I'm not as well versed in their content. I know the names for sure, but what do you think is kind of their niche? I mean, you're retro, indie, and variety. Where are they on the spectrum, and would that help kind of bridge the gap between something that kind of meets both your worlds?
Well, they both stream retro, and Mr. Scoot is he's a character. Like he's a real variety streamer. He does dress up. He has wigs. He does singing stuff, and both of them have been at it for a long time, and they're actually roommates. They have a house.
Oh wow, check that out.
They have like each share a separate part of the house. So they both have kind of a similar entertaining value to them. And Andy's Social Network, I think he used to do stand-up comedy, and he does voices, and he's actually
hilarious.
He's awesome, and he makes up songs on the spot. He sings. He's been at Twitch for a long time, and both of them are just pros as far as I'm concerned, as far as like entertaining people, and they're both also very engaging as well.
So what you're really talking about here, now finding out that they share the same physical residence, is a collab three-way.
Oh. I'm liking this three-way thing.
Yeah.
This feels good, you guys. I think I'm inspired.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Once you go beard, you never go back. All right.
Oh, cat.
So you've kind of talked about, you know, your roots and how you got from streaming part-time because you had a full-time job to streaming full-time now. It's like, what's the next step? Obviously, unpacking will help, you know, kind of get your life and schedule in a bit of routine. But
Yeah.
as far as streaming is concerned, it's like, what's the next ladder that you want to climb? Where are you
The
going?
next ladder that I really want to climb is just building a consistent stream.
Mm.
Like it almost feels like I've had bouts of momentum and then for some reason it kind of like I get stopped, you know, the move, the job, the, you know, different things have kind of like stopped me and I really want to build a just solid stream that's like consistent and scheduled and start to develop like I think see I get creative when I'm bored. So if I if I have like a solid consistent stream, that's when I start to think outside the box and think, okay, what else can I do? What other projects can I add to this? You know, some of the things that I envision for the future is making funny videos again. Like I used to
Mm-hmm.
make all these like funny videos that would I mean, they're basically kind of YouTube type videos that just kind of have like a funny punchline or three or four. I would love to be able to make those again. But I have to be at that point where it's like I want to do it consistently. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding this element to my stream because I think it'll add something to it, bring in new people, make people laugh. That's kind of where I'm at.
And it's easy to get excited about the idea of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like having a having a set schedule and even implementing it. But I find that it's also very easy to not follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you're implementing a schedule and then something comes up. Like, oh, you know, this happened, so I can't do it on this day. And then it kind of becomes easier to let it go. And then you kind of fall back out of it. And it's frustrating, but I mean, we all have lives.
True.
But I'm at that same point myself where it's like, okay, now that my work schedule is somewhat evened out, as erratic as it is, I want to be able to have a set schedule instead of just like, oh, I'm going to stream at this time because that's what I feel like doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Siku streams once a month and
Yeah, and it's just
it's
like
like a
randomly.
secret show. It's like
Yeah.
a band shows up in a sewer somewhere going by a different name and
How did you know I was streaming from a sewer? Who told you?
Donatello.
Of course he would tell. No, you're right about that consistency, Katie. While you were talking, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I had the immediate thought that one of our mutual streamer friends, Artyom Havoc, has had this set schedule for his stream content for like a year now. And because of that consistency, he started dreaming up all the ideas. We always troll him and say, it's like, oh, you had another idea in the shower, right? But it's because, like you said, once you get that parameter in place, you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know how everything is mapped out in terms of my regular content. Now, how do I add to it? What do I improve upon? What do I expand into? And that's where those creative ideas kind of blossom from and take off. So I'm looking forward to more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like that hierarchy of needs, right? If you have no idea when you're gonna stream or what you're gonna stream, like you have no sort of foundation. But once you build that foundation and just have it kind of like almost like on autopilot, like
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, I'm getting ready for my stream because this is the time it is, and this is what I'm going to do. And on Mondays I do this, on Tuesdays I do this, or whatever. It's like from there, you don't have to think about that. So that's not at the forefront of your brain. So now that frees up your brain to like have other creative ideas, and that's definitely what I'm looking forward to.
Let's be honest though, it can never just be on autopilot, because you could open OBS one day and everything could have just gone to shit.
Like today for me.
So, I mean, 90% of every stream is just holding everything together and hoping it works.
Yeah.
There's truth to that.
There's got to be ways of managing that better, and I'm always looking for those ways. Like for me right now, Voicemeeter is like a headache for me. It's like every time I turn on my computer, I'm like, is Voicemeter gonna hate me today? Like,
I tried using it after you got into it, and I had the issue where I could get, I separated the lines, but then the second track wasn't showing up in OBS for me, and I couldn't find a solution to it, so I just...
You probably just had to like walk away and then blink and then twirl around and then come back and restart OBS and it would work. Like that's the secret to Voicemeter. That's what I've figured out.
Speaking more on long-term goals, collaboration, stuff like that. First of all, let me mention that you're by far the largest streamer we've had here, so thank you.
Amen to that.
Katy is just over 2,600 followers, I believe.
Yep.
And it was only a few months ago that you were celebrating 2,000 followers. Which, I mean, that's quite a difference in only a few months' time. So what are your plans to reach that next step? What is the next goal for? Is it just 3,000? Is it
69,420?
Exactly, that as well. And when that time comes, what else do you have planned? Because when we hit 2,000 followers, or when you hit 2,000 followers, you did a whole gaming marathon kind of thing,
right?
Which was quite an event.
Yes,
that was so
thank
cool.
you for that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Do you have anything else like that planned when you reach whatever the goal is?
You're digging into a secret about how I operate right here, and that is
very last minute, just like me. Yeah.
that is that I kind of go where things lead me. I definitely have big goals, but as far as like what I want to do, like for 2,000 followers or whatever, it's like I might have an idea that like, oh yeah, I want to do something. And then it'll just kind of like come to me, I mean, it's like you said with Artyom Havoc, and I remember that he has shower ideas, right?
Yep.
This is good. This is good. I get it. I get it. These are the things that happen to me. It's like I'll just be there and I'll be like, oh, I want to do this, and usually it's a culmination of people saying things or making certain comments, Actually, my next big project that has nothing to do with Twitch is a Patreon series that I will be working on. And it's my next priority. Once I'm comfortable streaming regularly and doing that kind of thing. And so that I can talk about.
Good. I didn't want to broach the subject if you weren't ready. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm talking about it. It is definitely happening. It's just a matter of when I'm going to get started, because I want to do it weekly. So it's like I want to be ready for that commitment. So you may know I have a lot of interesting stories, and especially meeting a lot of people online, I realize how unique my lived experiences have been. And every time I tell a story, it's like, I mean, like I mentioned before, I love entertaining people and making people laugh. And a lot of things that make people laugh are my personal stories, things that I really experienced in life. And I've had a number of people tell me, like, you should write a book about, your life and throughout the years. And I'm like, it's not that interesting. Oh, I don't know, Plus, I don't know how to write. Like I'm too much of a perfectionist with writing that I'll want to make it perfect in the first draft, and so then I'll like write 4 lines, and I'm like, this is perfect. I can't add anything to it, otherwise I'll fuck it up, you know. so, and actually, Seek was the latest person to mention writing a book, and also talking about Patreon as a way to connect with people on a different level. And it was just kind of like bopping around in my head. And I came up with this idea one day, just boop. May have even been in the shower or the swimming pool. I don't know. That
Same
to
thing.
do
Almost,
to
yeah.
do a video series.
They're both wet, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
just when I'm wet, I think of the greatest things.
I believe that 100%.
Well, this
So
this is a family show.
yes,
And
there's no better way to make a family
Yeah.
than to be wet.
than being wet.
Naturally, I think that's part of the course.
Of course. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a video series where I every week I talk about a new story, like a different story, and I kind of recount something that happened in my life, or I might tell 2 or 3 different stories, and then on Patreon, I can let people comment on it, and so by doing it every week, it's like I can get into a rhythm and start building a library, an archive of these stories. And then by the end of it, I'll be able to take a look at which ones did well, which ones people really liked, and then kind of pick and choose which ones I would include in a book.
Yeah. And I was just thinking that, like, why not, because you're concerned about the perfectionism of writing, why not just take that almost your natural spoken voice as you have said it, in front of an audience, and then just literally transcribe it on paper, altering almost nothing. And I think that comes across more you than if you were to try to formally write it into like a novel style, which is not your voice.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of where the idea came from, was just like, okay, well, I have these stories. I want to write a book, but I'm not good at writing, but I am good at telling the story verbally.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
why don't I make a practice of telling the story verbally and then put it in book form?
Yeah, exactly. And then you could have like the ultimate version, which is like the video novel, where it's literally you recounting these stories like chapter by chapter. Almost like the audiobook, but there's video attached to it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And it's already in your voice. So you don't have to hire somebody to read your book. You told it.
Although that would be pretty cool.
Only if it's
that would be like next. That would mean I made it, right?
If Morgan Freeman reads it, yes.
Okay, all right. If I get Morgan Freeman to read it, I'll get Andy Social Network to read it.
There you go. That would be good too.
Yeah.
As for extra tiers of your Patreon levels, you could like send out signed prints of yourself from Boy Meets World.
Framed and signed.
Framed and signed, like
it's
my
just
ass.
you bending over the book table. Yeah.
Behind the scenes of Boy Meets World with AbsoluteKaty.
Oh, that should be what it's called.
Behind
Katie Savage, behind the scenes. Excuse me one moment. I need to turn the air conditioner because it is warm in here.
It's like Florida.
I need to set it to 69 because that's
the perfect temperature.
The best. So I'll be right back.
And there goes our guest, and there goes our show.
She's got to poop.
Perfect time. It's a perfect time.
So how are you? How are things?
Yes, Grizzle B. Welcome on in.
Hey, Grizzle.
Yeah. I'm fantastic.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
She wanted to be between 2 beards, so I threw some beards on there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it.
I put the little Mega Man versions of us on there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Feel free to fire away with the next
Oh, now you've put me on the spot.
What is that? A jug of milk?
It's water.
Milk was a bad choice.
Perfect.
Perfection.
All right. I guess moving on.
Did you have to pour some of that water into your swamp cooler to cool things down?
Swamp cooler, is that innuendo?
No, that's the AC units that are in the wall.
No.
Because she's in a swamp,
No swamp
Florida.
coolers here. I mean, just the classic cooler, having a nice, refreshing glass of water.
Or coffee.
So, we know
No
that
coffee
you're...
for me.
Yeah.
Good choice.
It's
Fucking
just dying.
sucks. Let me tell you, quitting coffee the first week, you're just like, kill me. It's wrong. It
Well,
feels so wrong.
Do you want to talk about why you're not drinking coffee? Or we don't have to if you don't want to. But if you want to. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, like obviously moving to Florida, like I didn't expect this as a side effect, but I got a motorcycle, which is great. I've been riding since 2001 and I haven't had a proper motorcycle in a few years. So it was nice to get a new motorcycle. And then the next day, I don't know if this is related, but the next day I found out that I'm pregnant.
Well, the motorcycle helps with the wetness, so
I think the vibrations sealing the
it's
juices.
a byproduct of being in Florida?
yeah, it's there's semen in the air. It's crazy.
I just thought, the Florida women were more fertile, Maybe it's the semen in the air.
Maybe it's like I crossed.
I don't know, because most of them are like 60 plus, so
I mean, that's possible.
So as soon as you get into the penis state,
yes,
that's when your
fertility opens up.
Really
if you don't know what we're talking about, look at a map.
Yes, Florida is the best shape.
Specifically a Mercator projection, because then you get the most elongation.
Okay, and that's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Girth matters too, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, ask the expert.
Anyway, so congratulations.
Yes.
On the baby.
Formally, congratulations.
We were actually talking about some names last night on your stream. Have you decided?
Was Grizzleby one of those names? Because that would be perfect.
That would be
Grizzleby Savage. Yeah.
Well,
that is a great.
See, name. Grizzle be Savage. Grizzle
be Savage.
Be Savage. Grizzle be Savage.
I know we were talking about Randy Savage if it's a boy, and Randy Savage with an I if it's a girl.
Yes.
Which I think is perfect.
I just saw the stream where you put your Mega icons. Thank you. I feel
now
better.
You feel between two beards.
Between two beards.
Yes, I know.
Oh, thank God. I was starting to feel like I wasn't getting truly double teamed here, and it was a little distressing.
Thankfully, you're already pregnant, so now we know that won't affect you at all.
Right. Yeah.
I like that Buttspot has said, "Is the Butzer cycle the father?"
Contrary to popular belief, you cannot get pregnant through the butt.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
And not everybody knows this, but that's exactly why men can't get pregnant.
I always learn something on your stream, Katie. Always.
Weren't you telling me last night that I had to get pregnant?
Yes.
Maybe she knows something about you that I don't.
A separate conversation, I think.
We're gonna have a talk about the birds and the grizzlebees.
Yes, the bird.
Yeah, I've been going on and I'm saying it's a girl, even though I'm like a month in. There's no telling right now. Drugi would love to have a boy. I think he would love to have a girl to have a little daddy's girl, but he outwardly says he wants a boy. So there's a friendly competition here. Hey, Droogie, speaking of which, yes.
Welcome in, baby daddy.
Yes, welcome in, baby daddy is correct.
Whatever it is, I would just start preparing yourself because you're both very tall human beings. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be a big baby.
Okay, so I will be screaming at Droogie saying you did this to me, right?
Yes.
While he's eating pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this where I like develop like a exorcist voice? You know? Like...
Yes, projectile vomit, the whole thing.
Right, the whole thing.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Well, all right then.
News I mean, I get that you need a minion.
She already does.
Yeah.
So this is one of my favorites here, if you'll indulge me.
Okay.
There's the whole Twitch system. You have followers, subscriptions, bids, emotes, affiliate, partner. And I think a lot of people get stuck at the affiliate stage, right? And then they want to go partner. How do you become partner? It's all shrouded in mystery. But you, as a person who's now full-time streaming, it's like, how do you feel about the whole Twitch system in terms of monetary, investments and, your audience as a whole and streamers in general?
I think it works pretty well. I think one of the things that I wish was a little bit different was I wish partnered streamers got a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't really get more of a share of anything. Like you get the little check mark, which carries with it kind of a status,
clout,
it's like a status symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you get more emotes, which okay, we all want more emotes. but with things like Franker Face and BTTV, it's like you can still add a lot of emotes for your channel that are really cool. But then again, like your emotes are sometimes kind of like your calling card, right? When you go to other streams and you see your emotes being used there, it's like, oh cool. Or like I'll use my emotes and people will be like, oh, I love that heart, or I love that GG or whatever. And having more emotes is definitely a benefit of being a partner, and definitely one of my biggest motivations for wanting to partner.
She did it all for the emotes. The emotes.
Did it all for the emotes. Yeah.
Emotes don't buy me pad thai.
That's right. That's right. So, but partners don't really get any more share. They don't get any higher cut of subs or any of the bits or anything like that.
I thought they did. I thought you got a higher cut of the... No? Wow.
That's the rumor mill to get you into partner, and then you realize, nope, nothing changed.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like what I would, I guess, advise other streamers who are at affiliate is to see how you can kind of love where you're at and kind of make where you're at work, because going for partner doesn't make you rich. It doesn't suddenly make you get more money for your time. It's all going to be the same. So it's really just a matter of like, are you kind of happy where you're at? And the other nice thing about affiliate is that I don't think you're bound by any sort of exclusivity. So if you are streaming on YouTube, you can also stream on Twitch. You can kind of stream on different platforms and you're fine. Once you're partnered, I believe, and
it's exclusive.
Fact check me on this, but I believe that there is an exclusivity that happens.
So it would need to be like a separate name, separate channel that you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I separate content, essentially.
Yeah, you couldn't be streaming the same kind of stuff on YouTube, or There's a couple other new streaming platforms. I would love to see more competition in the streaming space, because I think competition just helps everyone just be better.
Yeah.
Right.
And also when there's no competition, it's like I've seen this so many times with websites that cater to small creators, and it's kind of like an aggregator of small creators, where they will get to a certain point, and then everyone at a certain level will stay on the tier of like, oh, you get half of the subs, and you get, X amount of the ad revenue or whatever. Everyone below that, they suddenly like drop them off completely. And that happened to me. That happened to me with Cafe Press, which is a t-shirt, or kind of print on demand before print on demand was big. And I used to make t-shirts there, and I would make like $600 a month sometimes. Wow. Like, because I could set my own prices. It's kind of like merch here, where sometimes you can set your own price for like, however much you want per sale. So, and then they would have like a whole marketplace. And so you would have your designs out on the marketplace. So I would sell a bunch to different people, because they were like very universally themed. They were like hairstylist themed. But at a certain point, they were like, okay, so we're changing our model. And they always frame it like it's a good thing.
Right.
It's like, we're updating everything for the benefit of everyone. So instead of getting $5 a shirt, you're going to get 10 cents a shirt.
Great.
Unless you already have one of their like premier featured store pages.
Which means you have to pay more a month to maintain your income.
Yes. Yeah. So I went from like $600 a month to like 40.
Wow.
And I've talked to other people in different avenues. Actually, the let's see, the professional poker, like on television. Like, remember when, I want to say it was like 2006, 2007 or so, when you would see these like professional poker players, and they were playing on television and getting paid and doing these tournaments. And I know a guy who got kind of like sort of famous from it, and he said the same thing happened there. Like, the gambling industry was like, oh, we're going to make some changes that are good for everybody. Just dropped everybody from being able to make a profit.
Wow.
It just, and it's like, I'm aware of this pattern. So there's definitely a part of me that's like, okay, if you put all your eggs in the basket, of Twitch. Yeah.
What happens when Twitch is like, okay.
So like the one approach is to say, okay, I'm going to power through and try and go all in on Twitch, so that when that happens, I can work through that transition and still do well. Or you can diversify or look for alternative platforms and kind of co-stream and do stuff like that. So it's a lot to think about, but I just definitely think that the incentives for partnership aren't necessarily worth the effort and energy.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Because you won't make any more money. So if you just consistently put out great content and you remain an affiliate, you're not making any less money, I mean, right. You're not reaching less people.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if there's no monetary incentives, right, it's not like you're suddenly going to blow up being, a partner. Why go for it?
Now, as an affiliate, can you multi-stream? Can you stream to different places at the same time?
I'm not 100% sure about.
So,
like, if you have the exact same stream going in multiple places. I know plenty of people who do.
Right.
I just don't know if there's like anything in the agreement that we all just were like, yeah, okay, whatever,
So what I understand, this is my lack of information, you cannot simultaneously stream to multiple platforms. However, you can within a certain period of time, I don't know what their time frame is. I can't remember if it's 8 hours or 24 hours or just not at the same moment. Put your content on other platforms. It just can't be simultaneous.
Right.
You can't be live on Twitch and live on YouTube and live on BitChute all at the same time as an affiliate, from my understanding. But you're right, people do it often and get away with it. So how it's enforced, I can't say.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like a size thing, so like somebody at my level as opposed to somebody at Katie's level, you know.
Right, and then here's Grizzleby with a comment saying that there's a big streamer who is a partner on Twitch and simultaneously streams on Twitch, YouTube, and Reddit with 400 plus viewers. So again, this is another instance of where Twitch breaks its own rules. For example, you know, sexual content or sleeping on stream, and there are people who are small time getting banned or getting blocked for days, and then there are people who are big time who might get a very gentle slap on the wrist because they're making Twitch tons of money. So as much as we appreciate the platform, there are always, you know, loopholes that they're willing to accept.
Yeah, and you have to kind of weigh that for yourself, like what you're willing to risk. Like, I know Haggard Hessian plays copyrighted music on his streams and doesn't.
No, he doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, when you're sleeping.
Yes.
You have no control over that.
Sleeping Beardy plays copyrighted music on Haggard Hessian's stream.
There's no proof that's ever happened.
I have the t-shirt.
Yeah. The commemorative t-shirt.
Yes.
I want the commemorative flamethrower. But yeah, everybody's got, you know, you have to kind of find your own way, because there's a lot that's like not allowed per se, but then there's a lot that you can still get away with.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, Grizzleby, I think that's a big reason that a lot of people take donations in a way outside of bits.
Yeah.
And subs. Like subs are a good like measure, like using the internal Twitch donation platforms means that there's like profit sharing, right? Between the streamer and between Twitch, right?
The platform.
So each sub, half of it goes to the streamer, half of it goes to Twitch. And then and that's the same if you're partnered.
Mm-hmm.
And then with bits, it's all of it goes to the streamer, but there's like a markup on bits.
Right.
Like 40%, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's almost the same as the 50-50 split for...
And even more so if you're on mobile, because some of the... I've talked to people recently who aren't aware of that. If you're buying bits or if you're subscribing on mobile...
It's costing you more. Yeah.
Yep. It's $1.99 for 100 bits if you're doing it on mobile, and it's, I think, is it $5.99 or is it $6.99?
$5.99.
$5.99
instead of $4.99, right?
So that's Apple or Google, you know, taking their cut.
Yep.
Oh wow.
But they kind of get you there too, as far as the bits go, because I mean, yes, obviously, if somebody wants to give me $10, I would rather them give me $10 through a donation.
So
or whatever.
Stop making awesome bit badge emotes, because I want that mayo explosion.
But that's what I was getting to, because there's that gratification, not just on, you know, but on both ends, because you know, I spend these bits and everybody sees that I'm spending these bits, or everybody, you know, sees that I have this cool emote that not everybody has. And at the same time, you know, as a streamer, it's like, oh, awesome, this person just, you know, donated 1,000 bits, or even if it's 100 bits, like any bit donation is cool.
Or 1 bit spammed over.
Who would do that? It's crazy. Yes, but I always follow it up with a couple hundred afterwards, so it's fine.
Inside joke.
Yeah.
All right, Droogie he's going back to work, but he says Terraria is on sale for $5. That's a good PSA.
Droogie gets a cut of every Terraria sale, so make sure you buy it.
He gets 1 penny for every sale.
Now.
Wow, that's a game I'm not ready to invest time in yet. It's a fun game. I even watched you play a little bit, Katie. You played with some people on stream even from the audience, but
it's fun. But they totally carried me.
Yeah, and it's a commitment for you to be good at that game. There's a lot of investment in
it is
building up
but
from
I've
scratch.
already done it all once before, so I don't think I would ever invest the time in doing it again.
Yeah, that's how I feel about a lot of RPGs that I haven't played yet. It's like, do I really want to sink 60 hours into this before I feel fulfilled? Or should I go play Celeste for 30 minutes and be happy?
Right. Which I haven't even played Celeste in like a month and a half. Don't tell anybody.
I'm practicing offline for 7C Golden.
Oh, nice. My child.
What are you doing?
7C, the Seasides. The Summit nice. Seaside, I am practicing on the Golden Berry, which means you have to bleed the whole level without dying once.
Oh my
god. My daughter sent me a message yesterday. She did, I think, 2B Deathless.
Oh, wow.
Forgot to grab the strawberry at the beginning.
How come I didn't earn it? You didn't get it.
Yeah. Yep. Been there. Done that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Like your dashless run the first time.
Yeah, it was practice. It was fine.
All right. Well, practice.
But yeah, as far as like RPGs like that go, like I sank so much time into Oblivion when it came out. Why, like I can't bring myself to do the same thing for Skyrim or anything else that might come out afterwards.
Or that sub 2 hour Resident Evil 8 run.
Oh my god. 2 hour and 1 minute exactly.
To beat the whole game.
Yeah. To beat the whole game, yeah. I rushed through it last night.
That seems like a really short game.
Well, my first time through it took me like 12 hours on or it took me 12 hours on standard. And then I went through on hardcore for New Game Plus, which I had, all the guns in my previous inventory starting out, and it took me like 7 hours. And then I ran through on casual, the easiest mode, with a gun with unlimited ammo, just to see how quick I could get through it. And because it was 2 very stupid accidental deaths, I wasn't sub 2 hours. I got eaten by that stupid baby.
Speaking of speedrunning.
Oh, I thought you were going to be speaking of stupid babies.
Getting eaten by babies. I was so like, where is he going with this?
Yeah, right. Anyway.
How are your Animaniacs runs doing? Because I saw you on that other stream doing your Animaniacs speedrun. 27 minutes. Kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's a pretty good time.
Yeah. I know it's not your best. Yeah.
But I did get abducted by Ralph 3 times in a row. And it was a little brutal on that. And then I fell off the platform into the water on Jaws level. So I had there's definitely some moments where we're kind of screwed up. But overall, I was really happy with that run, especially since I haven't been running Animaniacs since I moved. And I just kind of did a de-rust for 2 days before, or like a day and a half before showcasing on General Andrew's stream. So
and I love that you were explaining
getting back to it and trying to get good.
I love that you were explaining the levels to him, because he seemed to have no concept of the game at all. He's like, I didn't even know this was a game, and you were explaining like, see, this is the Terminator level, this is the Jaws level. It's like they're all homages to movies, Warner Brothers films, and I really think that helped cement the connection for him.
Oh yeah, well it's weird when you're dealing with like people in your community who watch you play a game all the time versus somebody who's never seen you run it before, and or even like his audience who might be new to the game. It's funny because it's like I look at my kind of performance and personality on his stream, and it's like a different presentation style than on my stream, which is very
much looser,
fun and personal, and it's like familiar. Anytime I'm on somebody else's stream or I'm doing something where it's like a new audience, I kind of adapt my presentation for that audience. Like right here, I'm not I'm a little more professional than I would be on my stream. Little bit. Tiny little bit.
So,
Can I bring out my pillow?
Oh yes, the magic peen
It's always within arm's
reach.
reach.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it should be.
Wait, does this look more awkward than this?
That seems more natural, actually.
Yeah.
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 There's a spot there that you should pay attention to.
Yeah.
Ask Drugi later.
Yep. There you go. Yep. Just like that.
See, this seems, okay. All right, just checking. You guys are the experts, so.
If you insist.
I've got 35 plus years experience, so.
I think the first 5 years may not be as experienced.
Well, right, that's fair. So you're actually the one who got me into attempting to try to speedrun, things. I know in the past you've speedrun Ninja Gaiden, which fuck that game.
I love that game.
I can't wait to play it again.
Yeah.
It ruined my big 20.
Oh.
That was Tyson for me.
Yeah, Tyson.
Did you ever down Tyson?
No, but apparently now that I have a CRT, apparently it's going to be better. So I've done, like, occasionally I'll just be like, okay, let's play Tyson once. And I'll do it, and then I'll die, and I'm like, okay, put it away, come back. So eventually I'm going to get it, because I record it every time. So eventually I'm going to get it, and I'll be like, yeah, I beat Tyson, here's the YouTube video. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to that day.
I look forward to that day, too.
It might be 69 years, but...
Yeah.
That'd
So
be perfect.
you're currently running Animaniacs, which kind of just happened out of were you just like, oh hey, I want to play this, or is it something that there aren't a lot of records for? I mean, because
Well, so it's a lesser known game. I think every time I play it, a lot of people, either say they've never seen it before, they loved the show, or they just never realized that there was a game, or they've never beaten the game before. And so I like that about it. When it's a game like Chippendale, Rescue Rangers, or Ninja Gaiden, it's fun to speedrun those games. And I was just thinking about, I did a Chippendale Rescue Rangers tournament last year that was fun, and I was just thinking about getting into more tournaments this year. I think that would be fun. But when they're really competitive games where a ton of people speedrun them, it feels a little bit like daunting, because it's not like you're just competing against yourself and your own personal best. It's like, your spot like 289 on the scoreboard. It's like, it feels like I want to actually do well, like toward the top of the leaderboard. So with Animaniacs, there aren't a lot of people who speed run that game. The world record is like 22 minutes, and it's like, I watch that run often, and I'm just going, wow, how did they do that? How did they do that? but it also feels like, because I'm just 5 spots away from it, it feels more like I could do it. I could do it. I just need to put in the time. I just need to practice. So that is definitely what appealed to me about the speed run for that game. And just the fact that I got the game, I kind of got it on a whim. I was in a retro game shop. I noticed it. I knew it was Drugi's favorite cartoon show, Animaniacs. And so it caught my eye, because I never watched
just
the show.
coming back out.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah. I never caught the show. Yeah, they hadn't announced the new Animaniacs yet.
Yes, that's recent.
So, and so I just kind of picked it up. I didn't know what it looked like. I just kind of saw that, oh, it's a platformer. Okay, cool. I don't think I played it. I bought the game. I don't think I played it for over a year.
Wow.
And then when I finally popped it in, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. This is cool. And then I started trying to figure out how to get through it and like beat the game. And that's when I noticed on the leaderboard that not a lot of people were running it. And I was like, oh, this would be a great one. And it's so fun. It's like, it's so creative. All the levels are very interesting. And there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. There's like a lot of
Yes,
RNG. So,
absolutely.
In that sense, it's kind of like, I love games like that because you kind of have to have that like perfect moment of you're playing at your perfection and the game is giving you all green lights, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So as a follow up to that, I assume that's not the only game you play.
As far
Is
as
there?
speed running or
Well, no, as far as just in general, because
oh,
Oh
well,
no.
Cuphead is one of my
right,
mainstays. I play Cuphead almost every week.
Cuphead is
Uh,
amazing. If you're not playing
Cuphead's
Cuphead or
amazing.
haven't played Cuphead, play Cuphead.
Yeah, play
Um,
Cuphead.
has anything else caught your attention that you thought, hey, maybe I'd like to speed run this eventually? I know Animaniacs is still fresh for you, like you haven't
Mhm.
been doing it for too long. But is there anything like, oh, maybe after I'm done with this, I'd like to move on to trying to speed run this game?
Well, I'd love to get back to Castlevania. Castlevania is one of my favorite speed runs, just because it's like it 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 comes across as super janky, but it's also like you can sort of game the jank.
Chain game, I like it.
Yeah, you can game the jank, and it's so satisfying, and it's a very short speed run. The Animaniacs run is about, it's usually, 25 to 30 minutes for a full run, whereas Castlevania, it would be awesome to get it. Like I think mine is 15 minutes or something, but
Wow.
then
For the
but there
whole
are
game.
yeah.
That's
Wow.
impressive.
Um but there are a lot of great tutorials and speedrunners out there that will show you how to get it to sub 12, and I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome. It would be awesome to get something like even just sub 12 on Castlevania. It would be awesome.
I think if you
Speaking
haven't
of Castlevania, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Speaking of Castlevania, and I know I had mentioned this to you last night, the Castlevania anniversary collection.
That's
That
right.
pre-order is actually tomorrow morning at, I think, 8 or 10 p.m. Eastern.
Mm.
And there are cheaper versions. I know you were kind of a little put off by the larger price tag that comes with all of the stuff, but there are physical versions for either the Switch or the PS4 that you can get for cheaper.
And
They
and
come
what
with
is it? What does it
8
come with?
games. The big collector's edition.
Yeah, I just want to know.
Um,
Is that what you linked
you,
here?
yes, yep. So you get a throwback NES style Konami silver box. It's got silver ink
I
and
remember
all this
those.
fancy stuff. You get a NES style dust sleeve to fit it in.
Nice.
You get a physical CD soundtrack. You get a reversible 18 by 24-inch poster. It comes with a plastic clamshell case. You get a History of Castlevania book. You get a miniature replica box collection of all 8 games from the collection, which I think is like little pictures of all of the
Mm-hmm.
box art. You get 3 premium retro box art prints. You get a pin. You get a steelbook case. You get a shadow box
Oh,
that's
nice.
light and sound activated, done by Tom Dubois, who did like most of the Castlevania art.
Oh, I didn't know
Um,
that.
yep.
Oh,
And
somebody
then like
redeemed stretches. I love it. Keep going.
so, but yeah, and then you get 8 Castlevania games. You get Castlevania 1, 2 Simon's Quest, 3 Dracula's Curse. You get Super Castlevania 4. You get Castlevania the Adventure. You get Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania Bloodlines, and you get Kid Dracula.
Interesting.
Kid Dracula. Oh, that game is fun. I
So
haven't
that
played it, but I've seen a lot of streams of it. It's so good.
that big one is like 175. There's another collector's edition you can get for 60. Or I think you can get just the games for like
I'm kind of
35.
surprised they don't have Symphony of the Night in there.
Yeah, and I mean
Like,
it would be cool if they had
it's
included
iconic.
everything, like the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah,
like
even those are good too.
Like that. But I mean, there are ways to get it, I guess.
But while you're contemplating other games to speedrun in addition to Castlevania and Animaniacs, have you considered Athletic World on the NES? Because I know the world record holder, and I don't think he tried very hard, so I think you could beat him.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong.
That's awesome.
So
no competition here. All right, good,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, you're safe when it comes to sports games.
Maybe not NBA Jam.
Well, I wouldn't call it a sports game per se, but
it's athletic, not sports.
Well, aren't athletics like sports?
No. Athletic just means
you have so much to learn.
Body in motion.
Is this where you do the hacky sack? Yeah, those are the California games.
California games, yeah. Yep.
I remember playing that one when I was a kid. Like there's very few games that I actually got my hands on when I was a kid because my brothers had a monopoly on the NES, and the California games was one that we rented a few times, and it was like the hacky sack, and you just like kick your foot up, and the hacky sack goes up. And I remember there was a move called an Axel Foley, which is the name of the character from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep.
I was like, what? What's the connection?
The colors of the hacky sack, maybe?
I don't know. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
The Japanese really appreciated that movie, I guess.
Yes.
As they should.
As they should. I have one more final question.
Uno más.
Despite the variety of topics that we discussed today, is there anything specific that you want to touch upon? Anything kind of you want to promote? Anything you want to just say as a generalized statement in terms of your experience or just to share with the audience?
I mean, I know I kind of touched on it a little bit, but just that streaming is better with friends. Like I really feel like the community is what makes it so fun. And it's not just about like treating it like a job and just streaming to your audience and then going off and doing your thing. The kind of the friends we make along the way are what's important here because when we all started out doing just nothing, right? Like I streamed and the only person watching was my friend who said I should stream. And when he wasn't watching, I was streaming to nobody. And if it wasn't for those random people who stopped and said hi, and then I went and checked out their stream, and then and then we built a relationship. It's none of this would be possible. None of this that we've all kind of built together would be possible. So I guess just keep being kind to each other, keep supporting each other, and definitely like shouting out people who inspire you because it means a lot. That's kind of everything with Twitch and with it's like
life
social
in general,
media in general. But certainly with streaming and everybody has their own goals with it, so it's good to learn what other people are looking for. And I see I have a new follower.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hey, Schnitzel.
Older than Joel.
But yeah, just and thank you guys for having me on. This was great, and I'm glad to see that it really touches me that you guys are friends kind of because
of you,
my influence. And now you guys are collaborating on stuff, and I get to be a part of that, and I can't wait to see what else happens.
Well, thank you for joining us. Everybody in chat, we appreciate you for being here.
Yes,
thank you so much for your support. Is there anything you have going on Seek?
What, stream-wise?
Yes.
I have something going on
Oh.
Seek.
Or I mean,
What do you have going
what
on
are you doing
Seek?
later? You want to go to the mall, hang out?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a pickle on Seek.
Um. So, this weekend there'll be an impromptu, what did you call it? Sewer stream happening.
Secret sewer stream.
Yeah, with my friend Indigo, we did a co-op stream last week playing, or this week, can't remember. The time goes by so fast. We did Don't Starve together, which is actually pretty fun. Like as a
Nice.
game, I think it's very boring to watch on stream, personally, but as a game, it's pretty cool. We're gonna be playing something else, maybe Cuphead. Who knows?
Ooh.
And then next, between two beards, we have the famous Old School J.
Tuesday. Yep.
That's
That
next
will be at
week.
the same time.
And then on the 21st of May, at approximately 9:27 p.m. my time, there will be an extra special, very long marathon Diablo 1 on the PlayStation stream.
Ooh.
So be excited, because there's something unique happening then. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
At approximately 9:27.
Well,
If
if
it's
you
not, I'm gonna be upset. And if you don't name
Yeah.
your stream on this weekend, a secret sewer stream, I'm also going to be upset.
Yeah, I'm already offended in anticipation.
Yeah.
um,
Other than that, don't forget on the 25th, so 2 Tuesdays from now,
Mhm.
we will be having our replacement Guardian Falco stream.
Yes.
That got canceled because
Yes.
I had to go to work.
Work sucks.
So that will be
Cool.
the 25th, same time. At this point, we've decided it's probably easier to stick to a somewhat set schedule
Yes,
as
please.
opposed to before, where we were kind of like, oh, well, we'll accommodate our guest. We'll stream at a time that works for them, so we can then raid them.
Mm-hmm.
Get them. That audience. But it's with the way my schedule is and what the stuff Seek has going on, it's easier for us. But we are going to be doing more episodes going forward because of that. So as of right now, we're going to try to stick to a Tuesday-Thursday schedule at 12 p.m. Eastern. Should the need arise for us to change that schedule to accommodate somebody on occasion, whether they're on the other side of the world or whatever, we'll, address that. As
The Netherlands.
Yeah. Looking at you, Fish.
Yeah.
Depending, I mean, we've had a lot of interest, so expect a lot more announcements coming up as far as who's going to be on and the dates for those, which as of right now can be found on Discord. Maybe at some point I'll make a separate
Haggard Haitians Discord,
for
yeah.
between two beards. There is a separate section on there, pretty close to the top, of all of the announcements. There are links to previous episodes, stuff like that. So, did you have anything else going on, Seek?
I want to know when I can catch AbsoluteKaty on stream, because her schedule is #Florida time, and that's all I know.
Well, I will be streaming tonight. I'm on Eastern time, so probably around 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is
4.
a different time Pacific.
4.
Okay.
You already forgot. You've been out of California, what? Not even a month yet? Barely a month?
It's math. That's math. And I usually hire somebody to do my math for me.
I don't know if this will work.
That's why I'm having a baby. Like, I figure, like, a little
Yeah,
person, like,
you
look,
can
they're
train
gonna
them to
have
do
to
your
learn
math.
math,
Yeah.
just freaking do my math for me, minion,
That is a link to Katie's Discord, assuming it
Good
works.
job. If you're out there.
Oh, thank you.
Which is a great place to hang out, whether you're interested in
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everything's there.
from canceling Katy
Yes.
to discussing QAnon and whether or not that exists. Or
Well, all I want to know is when is QAnon delivering my pizza? I told him to leave it at the gate. All right, bring the pizza to the gate, QAnon.
There's going to be a channel suggesting baby names.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're gonna make that.
I suggested Jeffrey Epstein. She didn't care for it.
You could just call him J.E., right?
Yeah,
J.E. Savage.
J.E. Savage. Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I like the Randy Savage idea, you know, but
I'm pretty sure I have a clip of you saying Jeffrey Epstein was a great idea, which I recorded last night. So there's video proof.
I can delete that clip. I
You
have
better
that
do it
power.
quickly.
That's fair. That's fair. Jared Fogle Savage.
Jared Fogle. Oh
That's
my
the Subway guy.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't even make the
Somebody
connection.
said something like Jeffrey Epstein Hitler Savage.
Yeah.
Man, you want to ruin
You know,
that
it would
kid.
be bold. It would be a bold move, but
How about-
But again, probably be a big kid, so they'll be able to hold his own or her own.
Wait. Savage. It's just that.
Yeah, just
Just
like Prince.
Savage. Like Prince, like Cher,
Madonna.
like Madonna. Just Savage.
You'd have to come up with a symbol though, so it'd be like just a Slim Jim.
A meat adjacent.
Yes,
Yeah.
meat and chase.
Actually, there you go. Meat adjacent Savage.
Cream of the crop Savage.
Ooh, don't use cream.
Yeah, I immediately thought pie.
Oh. Yeah. I think our biggest concern is because it's gonna be a girl. We just want to avoid stripper names.
Candy,
Destiny
Crystal,
Savage.
Destiny, Chastity.
Yeah, Chastity's great.
Jessica, Katy.
Little bit of Monica. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So, in case you missed it, there is a link to Katie's Discord there. It has an idea of what her schedule is going to be. I don't follow a schedule.
Clearly.
Kind of just stream. Well, I try to. All right. Yeah.
We all try to.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Lexus Savage. There you go.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, you'll see the notification if you're following. Otherwise, I think the only thing I have coming up planned is a potential Lady Gamega stream on Friday, maybe. I don't know. We've been playing It Takes Two. We played again very briefly last night, so we might try to follow that up and finish up the game tomorrow. Her work schedule has been crazy. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, if you'll find shit early tomorrow, maybe she can then jettison to Star Fox.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know if you know this. I just found out. I'll just add this one little piece. You know of Star Fox on Super Nintendo, right? You probably even know of Star Fox in N64, but did you know there was a GameCube Star Fox?
No.
I didn't either, and I just played it for the first time.
Assault, right?
Yep.
Star Fox Assault. Well, I did know there was a GameCube Star Fox because that's Star Fox Adventures.
Nope, never played it.
See, I think that was a Rare game. It might have been developed by Rare. I'll have to.
Oh, it wasn't a Rare game. It's just developed by Rare.
Right. But it's like an action adventure RPG kind of.
Interesting.
If you don't, yeah, it's worth checking out.
Space Zone.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, developed by Rare.
Oh,
Originally developed as Dinosaur Planet as one of the last releases for the 64.
and they just
Shigeru
slapped some
Miyamoto-
Star Fox skins on it and called it a day.
Yep, Shigeru Miyamoto convinced Rare to redesign the game for GameCube as part of the Star Fox franchise. So, but that's the only GameCube game I was aware of.
Okay, none of this is Ninja Gaiden though.
No, this is not Ninja Gaiden. Is that what you're going to stream tonight? Because I'm interested to know.
I only know one game.
And that's Cuphead or Celeste.
Yeah,
One of those two.
I'm trying to decide what I want to stream tonight. I might continue with Zelda 2 because I started it last night.
Oh, how did that go
Or
for
Zelda.
you?
Yeah, I think I might continue with Zelda 2 because it was really fun.
That's a challenging game. It's excellent.
It really is, and I haven't played it in a long time, and I'm so rusty, and I'm like,
Can we get chat to sound off on this? Katy claims it's the best Zelda.
no, I'm not claiming it. I'm just stating a fact.
She's proclaiming it,
Oh.
as in it's already been established.
Exactly.
You know,
It's not like my opinion.
don't question science. All right.
Thank
Gristleby,
you.
you're a troll. Get out of here.
Thank you. See, Gristleby knows.
I don't know. The greatest Zelda ever might be the one of Gamelin. I might be convinced.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a great watch.
You know, it's actually like the music is surprisingly really good. In Wand of
No
Gamelin.
way.
Yes, the music is
Seriously
fantastic.
is. And the animation is fantastic.
Hmm.
I want pictures, Havoc. Are there pictures in Discord?
You'll see him in about 2.5 hours.
Also, is the beard gone yet?
No, that's Saturday. That's
are,
why.
Are we still
That's
trying
why.
to do something Saturday?
Yes, absolutely. It's on the calendar already. I just need people to agree.
Okay, I'll look at that when I get to work, which I need to go to, because I'm already 15 minutes late.
Work is for suckers. Anyway, thank you for having us, Haggard Hessian, on your channel. Thank you, AbsoluteKaty,
thank
for
you
being
so
a
much.
beautiful, gracious guest. We love you, and we're so glad
Yes,
that you
thank
could
you
join
so
us.
much. You were amazing. Everybody, make sure you check out Katy.
Check me out. Yeah.
I can't follow that up.
No, none of us can. End stream.
All right. Woo woo.
Ciao, people.
Thanks, Artyom Havoc. Thanks everyone for showing up, for being here, for adding your wonderful comments. I see a lot of good friends, a lot of new faces, and I like your comment, older than Joel, but that'll get you canceled. Questioning science is one of the primary tasks of science.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and if anybody knows anything about getting canceled here, it's Katy.
It's Katy.
That's me. That's me.
And I saw Captain Caveman slide in. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
You can also catch Katy on Twitter, which is she shares some great things there as well.
That's
can
her.
Catch her on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh.
Twitter's her primary platform for getting canceled.
Yes.
Discord is
That's
the second. Twitch, then Discord.
Katy also does movie nights on Fridays on her Discord,
Yes.
so that is another reason to check her out there. It's an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's always fun, and that's another great way. Like people have become like good friends just from going to movie night and talking about stuff, and the conversations always go off the rails.
Yes. Every
I
time.
think last time we discussed, is it weird to have your dog's paw taxidermied like a rabbit's
Yes.
foot?
Yes, and actually I continued that conversation the following day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I learned that it is, in fact, weird.
Fucking weird.
It actually came up because our friend Fish Hands had kind of like a bronzed. It's not bronze, but it's like it was like a cast done of their dog's paw.
Oh.
And this was the following day after we were talking about whether or not it's weird.
Oh,
too.
wow.
So funny.
Yeah. So I was like, let me ask you this question, and her response was, yes, it's definitely fucked up. So.
I don't know. I like my lucky
Alright.
rabbit's foot that I've had since I was 4.
I know. Like
That you got from like the book fair that probably isn't real. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was dyed green for some random reason.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay having some rando's foot on our keychain, but we can't have some beloved animal's foot on our keychain. Like, what's wrong with society? Like, maybe that's the problem.
You have like a Saint Bernard, and you're carrying around this giant fucking paw.
Oh my
But why stop there? Why? Hey, I loved my dog's tail, I'm gonna get it taxidermied and carry it around after they die.
Or you can just get it attached to you and keep it with you
Yeah.
forever.
Oh yeah, especially if you're a furry, you could.
You don't have to be furry to have a tail.
True.
I had my dead dog's tail turned into a butt plug.
Butt plug. Yeah. Although I think the paw would work better, just because it's unexpected.
As the butt plug.
Yeah.
It's like you could wave at him with it.
Right.
Oh my god.
Give you more incentive to twerk. You know.
Whip that tail
That
around.
paw going.
I'm picturing it. All right. Well, I can't stand up right now because of my boner, but.
So let me end the stream first.
All right. On that note.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a pleasure having you as always.
Yeah. Did you enjoy being double teamed?
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't?
Mm.
I mean, if you
You
haven't,
heard me. My whole life goal is to get double teamed by now Mr. Scoot and Andy Social Network.
Yeah.
So you guys have
Yeah,
inspired me.
We're like the dollar store brand of that. So.
Nice.
Elevated.
Nicer beards. So
Yeah.
Oh well, thank you. Andy's got a nice beard. Doesn't he?
I don't remember.
I
I think he does.
I think he's
and
got a beard.
stream.
Yeah, he's not gonna watch this. That's
I don't
fine.
remember what he looks like. You know.
He's bald with the beard, right?
Yes. I
Yeah,
think he has a beard.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he's got a beard.
Okay.
Steke's
I don't-
shaking his
I don't
head.
know.
No, he's got a beard.
I pay attention to people's spirit, okay? Not necessarily like these superficial things. I know you guys are all like beard measuring and stuff, but like I care. I think about people like where their heart is, okay? Beauty's on the inside.
Nobody's buying it.
No takers. Okay, all
Nope.
right, fine. All right.
He does have a beard. God damn it, Seek.
Hey, I professed
Oh, you're
very
right.
clearly at the beginning of the stream when I asked Katie the question.
Actually, they both have beards.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen Mr. Scoot. I might be following him,
you
but I
gotta
don't know if
check out
I've
Mr.
watched it.
Scoot. He is hilarious. He's awesome. He's a great entertainer.
Fine.
Fine.
Hi.
Check out Haggard Hessian. He's hilarious. He's a great entertainer.
I heard
Fine.
he's an asshole.
Why can't both be true?
Especially since
That's
yours
fair.
is plugged right now, Haggard, with your dog paw.
Mm.
I don't have a dog paw, nor is there anything in my butt.
I cannot
All right,
confirm
this
neither.
conversation is
All right, you guys.
This is how we normally end stream. Bye.
yeah. Bye.
Goodbye. Ready for all the awkwardness.
Ciao, everybody.
Anytime.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, she smells so good. You're such a good goose. You're such a good goose, honey. You're such a good goose. Oh. She acts so, like put upon to get all of this lovin'. But she actually just gets all, like, super goosey goose. Super goosey goosey, honey.
He's just there. There's no like what am I supposed to do with this? He's too cute. Taking a siesta in his igloo? Exactly, dude. I'm crying. Katie, was the pepper hot? What do you think? What do you think is happening? It's so spicy. It's the spiciest thing I've ever had. Holy fuck. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Chip Bandits, Rescue Rangers. Chip Bandits when there's danger. No, it never fails once they're involved. Somehow whatever's wrong gets solved. Fresh Prince